In this episode, we're going to be learning about guiding social studies experiences. Young children approach classroom life eagerly and positively. They are interested in everything that goes on and are always full of questions. The field of social studies includes subjects that can help children learn about themselves as well as other people. Children learn about families, peers, and people in the community. In addition, they learn positive group living skills such as cooperation and responsibility. Young children build social studies concepts as they explore the world around them. So join me, Miss Trott, as we learn all about guiding social studies experiences. Children need to understand and appreciate how people live, including other people's lifestyles, language, and viewpoints. Social studies helps children acquire skills for living. The primary value of social studies curriculum is that it enables children to better understand their world, their place in it, and ways to respect the rights of others. The key to a good social studies program is your skills as a teacher and the knowledge you bring to the classroom. Your interests will determine the degree to which social studies will be included in your curriculum. Through your training, you will understand the need to use community resources, incidental learning, themes, group participation, observation, and evaluations to enrich the social studies program. To provide quality learning experiences, you will need to make daily observations. These routine checks should provide data related to the children's interests and abilities, developmental levels, attitudes, and knowledge. From this data, you can determine what children need to know and what behaviors need to change. Once the children's needs, interests, abilities, and experiences have been determined, you are ready to plan the curriculum. Involve children and their families in planning, exploring community resources, promoting incidental learning, and evaluating your curriculum. Once the children's needs, interests, abilities, and experiences have been determined, you are ready to plan the curriculum. Involve children and their families in the planning, explore community resources, promote incidental learning, and evaluate your curriculum. Many teachers use themes when planning social studies programs. One theme can be used to integrate learning opportunities from many different concepts. Young children want to find out about their world. They form perceptions from repeated experiences using their senses. For instance, if a young child sees a black and white cow, the children may later call a black and white dog a cow. Given the proper feedback, the child will learn the difference between a dog and a cow. Concepts help children to organize, group, and order experiences and, in turn, make sense out of the world. Personality, experiences, language skills, health, emotions, and social relationships all affect the formation of accurate concepts. Several concepts are formed through social studies activities. These include multicultural concepts, intergenerational concepts, democracy, ecology, change concepts, geography, community living, current events, holidays, and friendship concepts. A child's culture is a lens by which a child judges the world. Culture influences feelings, thoughts, and behaviors. Culture often becomes inseparable from a person's way of viewing, living, and thinking. As a result, children may not realize that their behaviors are different from those learned in other cultures. A multicultural perspective is very important in planning a social studies curriculum. Studies show that children's attitudes toward their identities in other cultural groups begin to form during the preschool years. You can strengthen the multicultural concepts taught in the classroom by involving families, selecting and preparing appropriate materials, and planning activities to encourage a multicultural perspective that's free of stereotypes. Young children's concepts of older adults are not always positive. Including intergenerational concepts in the program can encourage children to view older adults more positively. Before age 5, children's concepts of living in a democratic society are based on the information they receive from the media, home, and center. To help children learn governmental concepts, design activities based on functions of democracy, like voting on a class game to play. Democracy concepts can also be encouraged through morning meetings. These meetings are to address concerns of the learning community. Children participate in discussion and problem solving. Many teachers use the morning meeting time to provide structure for the day. They begin with greeting and reviewing the schedule, discuss additions or changes to the classroom environment or schedule, review expectations and rules, present a problem for children to discuss, and make recommendations. This all leads to a sense of community and helps build the democratic concept. Ecology is a study of the chain of life. It focuses on water, land, air, grass, trees, birds, and insects. To develop ecology concepts, children need good observation skills. Using these skills, they can build an appreciation of their environment. Children learn change is constant and affects their lives in many ways, using nature and family. Taking part in these experiences will help children learn to accept change. Young children are geographers as soon as they are mobile. They explore space, play in water and snow, and dig in dirt. They note differences between wet and dry sand and begin to form concepts about the earth. The relationships of humans to the earth is important for children to understand. They need to learn that humanity's food, shelter, and raw materials are provided by the earth. During preschool years, children are ready to explore their communities and learn about the people they will meet there. Plan field trips to places in your community that provide services for people. These might include the library, fire station, or grocery store. You can also invite people in various careers to visit your class and tell about the work they do. These activities will help develop career awareness. Preschool children are usually unaware of events outside of their own environment. Therefore, they need to be encouraged to share events affecting their lives. Show and tell is a great way for children to share the things going on in their lives with their peers. Holidays are personal and highly valued events. Prior to any celebration, it's important to know your center's rules and talk with parents about what holidays they want celebrated or not celebrated. Friendships are one of the pleasures of life, and the early years are key for developing skills in growing and maintaining friendships. Children typically have more friends if they have developed self-regulation. Children who have developed self-regulation are better at exercising control over their actions and controlling their frustrations. The thoughts and feelings of others are important to these children. Now let us review what we learned. Social studies concepts help children understand the world in which they live. They gain skills, attitudes, and knowledge for living in a democratic society. As children learn about people and customs that are different from and similar to those in their own family, they begin to accept and appreciate those differences. Information from families can be used to develop the curriculum using various themes and taking advantage of community resources. Incidental learning also provides an opportunity to teach social studies concepts. Effective social studies programs introduce children to different cultures and generations of people. Children can learn basic democratic principles, friendship skills, ecology, and geography. That wraps us up for this episode. You can learn more about this topic by reviewing the resources posted in your course. As always, if you have any questions, please contact me or your instructor. Thanks for joining me, Ms. Trott, as we learned all about guiding social studies experiences. See you next time.